Namaste. Today we will see the difference between Anuswara and Makara in Sanskrit language. There seems to be some confusion between these two, and we'll try to get some clarification on this. As you see here, there are some examples of when a Makara changes to Anuswara. When I say Makara, it is a sound Ma. A Ma changes to Anuswara in certain conditions. So as per Anuswara Sandhi in Sanskrit language, Makara changes to Anuswara when a Makara comes at the end of a word and the next word starts with a consonant or a Vyanjanam. So the first example, Madhuram Phalam, which is written here with a Makara at the end of the first word, which is Madhuram, changes to Anuswara because the second word Phalam is starting with Fa, which is a Vyanjanam. In the second example, Gurum Vande, similar example, Makara coming at the end of the word Gurum changes to Anuswara because the next word starts with Va, which is a Vyanjana or a consonant. In the third one, Aham Asmi, the Makara which is at the end of the first word, Aham, does not change to Anuswara because the word which follows after Aham starts with a swara or a vowel. In the last example, Geetam is a single word. After that, there is no word. It's the end of it. Makar is at the end of a word or at the end of a sentence. So in that case also, the Makara does not change to Anuswara. So this is the as per Anuswara Sandhi, these are the rules. If Makara comes at the end of a word and after that the next word starts with a consonant or a Vyanjanam, then the Makara changes to Anuswara. This is the general explanation which we find in most of the books which explain about Anuswara Sandhi. But we should also think about the pronunciation. What is the reason for this change of Makara to Anuswara? Is it just the writing style? Because most of the books they tell about this change of Makara to Anuswara when writing. So when you're writing Madhuram Phalam, you should write it like this, Madhuram with Anuswara, not with Makara. When you're writing Aham Asmi, you should write it with Makara, not Anuswara. This is what is generally explained. But there is more to it. This is not just about writing. First, we have to know that Sanskrit is completely a phonetic language or sound-based language, where sound or shabda is very important. So when a sandhi happens, the two sounds come together and the resulting sound changes. When the two sounds are close enough while talking or while speaking, the resulting sound, if it changes, then it is called sandhi. It is not about writing two letters and the resulting writing is different. But Sandhi is always about Shabda or Dhvani when two sounds they are close enough. For example, A plus E. Let's take an example here. When we say A plus E, when these two sounds are close enough, then the resulting sound changes to A. For example, we'll say Raja plus Isha. Let's take this example. So at the end of this first word, Raja, there is a kara or a sound, and at the beginning of the second word, there is E sound. So these are only the sounds, and we are just writing the sounds in the form of alphabets or letters here. So A sound is written like this, E sound is written like this, and the resulting sound changes to A when Raja plus Isha come together. The word changes to Rajesha. So essentially here A and E sound coming together and transforming into A sound. So that is Rajesha. So this is Sandhi. Sandhi is all about transformation of sound or Shabda Parivartanam. Let's see how it is relevant to Anuswara and Makara. In Devanagari script, which is used for Sanskrit language generally, Anuswara is represented using a dot on top of a letter, a different letter, because Anuswara is not an independent letter or independent sound actually. So it has to follow a different, another vowel, another swara. It cannot follow, Anuswara cannot follow a Vyanjanam or a consonant. Anuswara always, that sound always comes after a swara only. For example, we can say or im, because here the Anuswara is after a or e. We cannot write Anuswara after a Vyanjanam. Okay? That combination of sound cannot be pronounced. But whereas Makara, the ma sound, can follow or can come after a vowel or a consonant. For example, in the word Rukmini, here the Makara, ma, in the second letter here, Makara is after the consonant or a Vyanjanam, ka. So ka plus ma together, they are making the kma sound here, Rukmini in that word. So Makara can come after a Vyanjanam, and also it can come after Swara. For example, Gam. Take this example. In the Gam word, there is G, there is A, and after that there is Ma. There is G, Kara, that is Vyanjanam, and after that A, Swara is there, and after that Ma, Makara is there. So Makara can come after a Swara or a Vyanjanam, whereas Anuswara has to always come after a Swara. So what is the difference between the pronunciation in all? As you see here, Anuswara is a pure nasal sound. Anuswara is produced or pronounced using just the nose or the nasal path here, as you see here in the first diagram. Whereas makara uses to produce the sound ma, we need to use both oral and nasal parts. That is both mouth and the nose, as you can see here. So that anuswara is not an independent sound. That sound which is made is just through pure nasal sound. Whereas is produced using both the path through the mouth and through the nose. And because makara is ma, sound is produced using the lips also. So the air which comes out of this kantha, it has to hit the lips first. It has to hit the lips as well as it has to pass through the nose when saying the word or saying the sound ma. Whereas for the anuswara, the air is not supposed to pass through the nose. Yeah, so it has to go through the nose. But practically while saying anuswara, while pronouncing anuswara, some air might leak through the mouth. That's okay, but technically, purely speaking, anuswara for the anuswara, the air has to pass through nose only. Whereas makara, it has to pass through the nose as well as the mouth. And because ma is a oshtha sound, it has to hit the lips. So that is the difference between the pronunciation between anuswara and makara. So coming back to our previous examples, when we say madhuram phalam, in this example, makara changes to anuswara. That it's not just we are changing the style of writing, just ma, we are not making it to change to dot, but actually there is a change in the pronunciation, the how that sound is pronounced. There is a difference because madhuram and phalam, those words are close enough that ma sound, which is again, as we saw in the last slide, which has to come through mouth and nose both. Now it has to change to only nose because it is anuswara. So if it is only madhuram, as you see madhuram, when I say madhuram, the air is hitting the lips, madhuram. But when there is a phalam after that, the word called phalam, and it is close enough to madhuram, so then the sound of makara changes to anuswara, like madhuram phalam, madhuram phalam. So madhuram phalam changes to madhuram phalam. So there is a change of sound there. Same thing with gurum one day. If there is a pause, long pause after gurum one day, so makara remains as makara. There is no change to anuswara because there is no sandhi. Sandhi happens only when there is closeness between the two sounds. So if I say gurum and pause and one day, there is no sandhi because there is no change in the sound. So now when I say those two words, gurum and one day together, then the sound of makara changes to anuswara. Gurum one day. Gurum one day. So the sound of makara which has to come through mouth has to now purely come through nose only. Grum one day, grum one day. So that is the reason of this changing this makara to anuswara, because there is a change in sound. Not just changing the the writing of ma to one dot there. But in case of aham asmi, where there is a akara after the makara here, at the end of the word aham there is makara, at the beginning of the next word there is a, which is a swara. Here there is no change actually. Actually, there is no sandhi here. So aham asmi, there is a pause between the two. There is enough pause, enough gap between aham and asmi. So there is no sandhi happening here. So while talking, both these words, they go like this: aham asmi, aham asmi. So here also, when we say aham asmi, that makara is pronounced as ma only. It doesn't change to anusvara. So sandhi does not happen here because there is no change in the sound. So when makara is at the end of the word followed by a swara at the beginning of the next word, there is no sandhi. There is no anusvara sandhi or any sandhi because there is no change in the sound. And same thing here, makara at the end of the word or a sentence, it remains as ma sound only. It does not change to anusvara sound. So this difference has to be clearly understood between makara and anusvara when studying sandhi. In Sanskrit, what are the Vyakarana Sutrani which are supporting this uh, change in the sound? Let's see them. The first one from Panini Ashtadhyayi, Mukhanasika Vachano Ananasikaha, which says Mukha Sahita Nasikayoho Vachyamanaha Varnaha Anunasika Samjna Syat. Means first let's see what is meant by Anunasika. Anunasika means Mukha and Nasika. Both have to be used to pronounce that sound, to say that sound. Mukha means mouth and Nasika, the nose. So both when they are used, that sound is called Anunasika. So which are the Anunasikas? Here, Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi says, Yamangananam Nasikacha, which means Ya, Nga, Ya, Na, Na, Ma, which are the fifth letter of Ka, Ka, Ga, 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 the Cha, Cha, Ja, Cha, Ya, Ta, Ta, Da, Tha, Na, Ta, Ta, Da, Tha, Na, Pa, Pa, Ba, Ba, Ma, the last letter of each of those series. Here, Nga, Ya, Na, Na, Ma. To pronounce these, Nasika and Mukha both are used. So these are Anunasika sounds. Now the last one is important. Nasika Anuswarasya means Anuswarasya sthanam Nasika. So it does not say Mukham cha. It is only Nasika, Kevalam Nasika. So to pronounce Anuswara, only Nasika is used. So our phonetic system, the science of behind the Anuswara and Makara is very clear here. What is Anunasika? Yamaganana. So Ma is one of the Anunasika letters or sound actually. Ma is one of the Anunasika letter or sounds. Whereas Anuswara is a pure nasal sound. As you see in this last line here, last sutram from Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. So that makes it clear. So it is just not about writing whether it is ma or dot, or remembering whether it has to come, ma has to be changed to dot in case of Venjanam. It is not just that, but pronunciation is the key here. Pronunciation has to be changed from Makara to Anuswara. Then only that Anuswara Sandhi can be called, that it is the Sandhi is happening. धन्यवादः, नमस्कारः.